In other news now, Gujarat is ready to host one of the most prestigious business summits, Vibrant Gujarat. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be inaugurating this flagship event that is often attributed the credit of Gujarat's success as a premier destination for business, and something begun by Prime Minister Modi when he was Chief Minister of Gujarat. The Prime Minister arrived in Ahmedabad yesterday and tweeted saying that over the next 2 days will be taking part in the Vibrant Gujarat Summit and related programs. It's a matter of immense joy that various world leaders will be joining us during this summit. Now, the UAE President Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed is attending the Gujarat Summit as the chief guest. In fact, he will be participating in a roadshow later with the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister arrived in Gandhinagar and where he will be holding bilateral meetings with world leaders, followed by a meeting with CEOs of top global corporations. At around 3 p.m. is when he will inaugurate the Vibrant Gujarat Global Trade Show. Well, let's go across to Vasudha now for more. And Vasudha, tell us more about what's expected during Vibrant Gujarat. Also a big roadshow to be held, and this is one of those events that has, had the mark of Prime Minister Modi going back to the time when he was Chief Minister.
Yes, Kagi. So basically 55 global CEOs and over 100 domestic CEOs are participating in this global summit. And if you look at the list from Micron to DB World to Coca-Cola to Indian companies, from Reliance to the Adani Group to, the Mittal Group and Aditya Birla, Vedanta, all these big guys are going to be in Ahmedabad, Gandhinagar for the next 2 days. And what I understand is that ADB and World Bank and representatives from even UNICEF are going to be here. So, this is going to be 2 full days of lots of discussions. The Prime Minister has already started his bilateral meetings today morning. He did meet leaders from different countries, including the one from Asian countries, the ones who had come. And what I understand is that after the bilateral meetings get over, he's going to have one-to-one meetings with the CEOs, the global CEOs, and of course the Indian CEOs to understand what the business environment in this country is like. And he is known to be this man who thrives on feedback. So that is something that he's going to do. And towards the afternoon, he's going to inaugurate the trade show, Vibrant Gujarat Trade Show. And after that, he's going to go to the airport to receive Mohammed bin Zayed, who is the president of UAE. Remember, Mr. Modi was the first prime minister in 30 years to visit UAE in 2015. And remember, he has a visit coming up in February as well. So that, so that sums up his day today. And then there's going to be a road show in the honor of both the Prime Minister and UAE President, sending out a diplomatic message to the world community about India's stand, even when it comes to Muslim nations. There is this geopolitical situation with Israel and Gaza that has developed in the last few months. So clearly, this is a very clever message that Mr. Modi wants to give out, not only to domestic audience, but also to international audience. And tomorrow is going to be this grand opening of the Vibrant Gujarat Summit, which is going to this time focus a lot on emerging technologies, which include, semiconductors, high-tech manufacturing, and also a lot about plant-based protein, green hydrogen, and also e-mobility. We've been told that Tesla could be likely, could also be anticipated, but of course there is no confirmation on the same. So clearly, many big announcements and deals expected tomorrow.
Right. In fact, Vasudha, I was going to ask you, do we have any word on what kind of big announcements are expected? As you said, a lot of focus on emerging technologies, e-mobility, green energy and high-tech manufacturing. So anything that we know right now that we can expect at the end of this summit?
So, in the last few editions of Vibrant Gujarat, the government is not giving out numbers of the complete investment, because remember, these are just MOU signings. And in 2019, there was this whopping number of 28,000 MOUs that were signed. So the government is very insistent on ensuring that there's complete follow-up that happens with regard to MOUs. What I understand this time from officials is that there's going to be a record-breaking number of MOUs as well. But there is a lot of emphasis on the quality of MOUs. Micron technology, semiconductor development is something that the they really want to focus on. Remember that this was a deal that was sealed when Prime Minister Narendra Modi went to the US last year. It was a state visit, a matter of great honor for India, and that was when Micron Technology signed this deal with the Indian government, and then eventually the fab is being set up in Sanand. So when the semiconductor industry comes to one part of the country, the allied industries are also likely to go to the same part or also to other parts of the country. So clearly this is being seen as a gateway to large investments. And Gargi, like we all know, this is election year, so this is going to be Prime Minister Narendra Modi's big mega investment pitch ahead of his elections.
All right, Vasudha, thanks so much for joining us with all those details.